For weekly test, for MCQ test. So same syllabus only. Chemical bonding lesson. So for next week also same syllabus ma. Prepare well. You can show some better. Anyway doing well only. Still you can do better. I think this time I think everyone wrote well. No one having doubts. Well done. Super. Yes. So now listen. So today's class I will discuss about chemical bonding question and answer. Chemical bonding question and answer. So many of like anyway today evening we have exam and answer, so it will be useful. Please concentrate well and listen well. Yesterday of questions completed around 20 questions I think. So completed. Remaining questions I will discuss now. Remaining question I will discuss now. Total 54 members wrote my today test. 54 in by link and around 16 members by MS Teams they wrote written. So both also I consider. So 54 plus 16, total 70 members written. Well done. So super. Still I think 70 means 20 members absent is there around. So what happened others ma? We can write and submit today until we have time is there evening. Please write and submit. Those are incompleted. You can write by link. You can write down. Otherwise by app also can write MS Teams app. Assignments we can receive. You can link by that also can write down. No problem at all. Okay na? 22 members around absent will be there. Only 70 members only received. 54 members by link. 16 members from MS Teams. Okay, done. So listen. So now, yes, this question I discussed yesterday. Okay. Now 25 question. 25th. Describe the change in hybridization. Change in hybridization. Describe the change in hybridization of the aluminum atom. Of the aluminum atom. The following reaction. So they will given reaction. Aluminum trichloride. Aluminum trichloride. So nothing but AlCl3. So that reaction is given. So AlCl3 will be there. So aluminum trichloride, it is converting into AlCl4 minus will be there. Around 18 members joined. Very good. Superly joined. Yes. So AlCl3 plus Cl minus forms AlCl4 minus will be there. Aluminum tetrachloride. So describe the change in hybridization. Yes. So aluminum what hybridization will be there? So look at here. The valency orbital picture of aluminum in the ground state can be represented as aluminum atomic number is 13. So we can get electron configuration. So 13 condition 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2, 3p1, 3s2, 3p1. This is the valence shell electron configuration, like outermost shell. The orbital picture of aluminum in the excited state, nothing but ground state. This is ground state electron configuration. GS is ground state you can take. This is excited state. It is given excited state and ground state. So one electron is going to higher energy level. Which condition? In excited state. Hence it is undergo one s orbital is there, two p orbitals, then form sp hybridization to give trigonal planar arrangement. Okay na? To form AlCl4 minus, the empty 3pz orbital also get involved in the hybridization. Then sp2 became sp3. As a result, the shape gets to change to tetrahedral. Because of here, aluminum is there, aluminum 13 and became Al minus. My meaning is gain one electron. So one more electron is there. Then now it became one s orbital, 3 p orbital. Then became sp3 to sp3. The resultant you can get trigonal planar to tetrahedral geometry. So it became changed to tetrahedral geometry. Yes. Next question. Is there any change in the hybridization of boron to nitrogen? Yes. So BF3 and NH3. So form this one. This will be form coordinate bond. Because of here, nitrogen having lone pair of electrons, nitrogen will be donating. So it will form day2 bond, coordinate bond. Okay, na? Yes. Here donor will be there. So it will be donating the electron. Yes. So look at here, boron atom in BF3 condition. So boron is what is the valences? Boron aluminum 13th group. So it having 3 electrons will be there. Boron having 3 electrons will be there. Kabila. So total 3 electrons will be there. Then so 3 valence electrons will be combining with connection with fluorines. So nothing but form 3 bond pairs. So 3 bond pairs will be there because of boron containing 3 valence electrons will be there. Each valence electron will be reaction with fluorine. Total will form 3 bond pairs will be there. Then form sp2 hybridization. Like that nitrogen condition. So nitrogen also valence electrons will be 5 will be there. Out of 5, 3 will be participating in bond with 3 hydrogens. Remaining 2 will be lone pair of electrons. So 1 lone pair of electron, 3 bond pairs. Total 4. 1 lone pair, 3 bond pair. Total 4. 4 nothing but 1 s orbital, 3 p orbitals. So you can get sp3 hybridization. sp3 hybridization. So what I am saying here, NH3 is sp3 hybridization. BF3 is sp2 hybridization. After the reaction is occurred, an adduct, it is formation of hybridization, boron changes to sp3. However, the hybridization of nitrogen remains intact. Remains intact. Nothing but here, sp already NH3 is sp3 hybridization. Even BF3 also, boron trifluoride. So it will convert into sp2 to sp3. Yes, it became one complex like adduct will be the combination together. Next one. Draw diagrams showing the formation of a double bond, triple bond between the carbon atoms. So they given 2 carbon compounds. Already you know carbon compounds you studied in class 10th standard. You know alkane, alkene, alkyne. Alkane, like example you can take CH4 methane, otherwise C2H6. C2H6 is ethane, ANE, alkane group. But single bond. But it is given double bond is a triple bond is a. This is ethene. Double bond is ethene. This is ethine. Triple bond. Carbon carbon double bond. Carbon carbon triple bond. When carbon carbon double bond is a silicon, the formation of ethene molecule. So one sp2 hybridization. Nothing but here carbon carbon double bond is there. When between one sigma like one pi bond is there, that is sp2 hybridization. One pi bond is there, sp2 hybridization. 2 pi bonds will be there, sp hybridization. 2 pi bonds is there, sp hybridization. 0 pi bonds is there, that you can say sp3 hybridization. With the help of pi bonds you can say what hybridization will be there. Okay na? So 1 pi bond is sp2, 2 pi bonds is sp, 0 pi bonds is there, sp3. Okay na? Yes. So the formation of ethane molecule, sp2 hybrid orbital of carbon overlaps sp2 hybridized orbital of another carbon atom. So thereby forming carbon carbon sigma bond is there. The remaining 2 sp2 hybridized orbitals will be there. So each carbon atom forms sp2 s sigma bond will be there with hydrogen atom. With hydrogen atom. So sp2 carbon connection with the sigma bond. Yes, sir. It will be going connection with the sideways overlapping. When sideways overlapping is there, sigma bond. Sorry, sideways overlapping is pi bond, end to end is the sigma bond. Like that. This is the carbon condition. This is the between two bonds will be there. So form carbon like C2H4 condition. C2H4 carbon double bond is there, and it's two hydrogens will be there. This type draw the structure. Very important, amma. Please practice this diagrams also. C2H4. Yes, this is the structure. Okay, na? Here only sigma remaining will be pi bond, one pi bond. It's represented. Pi bond is there, and sigma bond is there. Sigma bond also represented. Okay, na? Even same type C2H2 also. So it will form sp3 hybridization, having two pi bonds. Sp hybridization form two pi bonds. That is sp hybridization. Carbon between triple bond is there. This is linear shape. Bond angle is 180 degrees. Bond angle is 180 degrees will be there. That only they give. So one carbon having like this, can check it. Same type of carbon between sigma bond is there. Remaining will be pi bonds will be there, and carbon hydrogen also form sigma bond will be there. Those things you can consider. Next one is here they given three diagrams will be given. Out of three, at least you can practice any two. Your wish, no problem at all. You can draw the normal type diagrams. You can draw. Otherwise, this type dumbbell leg diagrams you can draw. Same model. What is the total number of sigma pi bonds the following molecule? They're asking total number of sigma bonds and pi bonds. The following molecule. A single bond is a single bond. 1 minute, wait. A single bond is a result of the axial overlap of bonding orbitals. Hence, it contributes a sigma bond. A multiple bonds is there, double bond or triple bond. So double bonds, triple bonds will be present in between two atoms. That you can say multiple bonds. Multiple bonds nothing but double bond or triple bond. It is always formed as a result of the sideways overlap. So always sideways overlap will be there form pi bond, side pi. End to end is sigma bond. Don't confuse. A pi bond is always present in it. Triple bond is there, combination of two pi bonds and one sigma bond. So it will be there. So here C2H2 condition, 3 bonds is there, only sigma, remaining 2 will be pi bonds. So total how many sigma bonds, how many pi bonds? So hence here there are 3 sigma bonds, 2 pi bonds will be there. So middle line, this is 1 sigma, 2, 3. So 3 sigma bonds and 2 pi bonds up and down. Same type, the structure of C2H4 is there. So carbon double bond is there. Here 1 sigma, 1 pi bond is there middle. Remaining all corners also sigma bonds. So hence there are 5 sigma bonds, 1 pi bond is there. Otherwise you can take C2H6 will be there. C2H6 condition, carbon single bond, remaining all will be sigma bond, single bond only. So total all sigma bonds only, no 5 bonds. Total we have 7 sigma bonds will be there. Total we have 7 sigma bonds will be there. 0 pi bonds. This you can say sp3 hybridization. sp3 hybridization will be there. Okay, na? Yes. Double bond condition, sp2 hybridization. Triple bond condition, sp hybridization. This is sp. Okay, na? This is sp2. So each one we know what is the example of. Yes. Next one is considering x-axis as the internuclear axis, which out of the following will not form a sigma bond, and why? So they given some examples. So why it will not form sigma bond, like 1s and 1s 2px, 2py and 2py, and 1s and 2s. So 2py and 2py orbitals will not form sigma bond. Taking x-axis as the internuclear axis will be there. 2py and 2py orbitals will undergo lateral overlapping, thereby forming pi bond. Yes, one more new term will be there. Lateral overlapping will be there. Lateral, L-A-T-E-R-A-L, lateral overlapping, and nothing but sidewise overlapping. That both also will form pi bonds. Either sidewise overlapping or lateral overlapping, you can say pi bond. End-to-end overlapping or axial overlapping, that is sigma bond. Next one is, which hybrid habitats are used by carbon atom in the following molecules? So they given some molecules to be given. So which one they are using formation of hybrid habitats? So first one is like what is each carbon, like respective carbons. So which hybrid habitats are used by carbon atom in the following molecule? In the following molecule, what carbon atom we are using? So look at here. The carbon C1, C2 will be there. Two carbons will be there. C1 and C2 condition. So what is the hybridization? When 0 pi bonds will be there in carbon condition, that you can say sp3 hybridization. 1 pi bond is there. sp2. 2 pi bonds will be there. sp. That will be important. Don't confuse about it. So in this carbon C1 condition, first carbon containing all sigma bonds only single bonds, no multiple bonds, no double bond, no triple bond. Nothing but this is sp3 hybridization. Even C2 also, all sigma bonds, single bonds will be there. Single bond nothing but sigma bond. This also sp3 hybridization. But look at the second question. Second question. This carbon containing double bond. Double bond is there, sp2 hybridization. That only they given. So this is sp3. C1 is sp3. Even C2 and C3 also. C2 also containing double bond. Even C3 also containing double bond. That's why C2 and C3 containing sp2 hybridization. C1 containing sp3 hybridization. C1 is sp3. Next one. Both C1 and C2 are sp3 hybridization. Both C1 and C2 also form sp3 hybridized. sp3 hybridization. Because of all will be sigma bond. No pi bonds means sp3 hybridization. Okay na? This point important. Same thing will be repeated in organic chemistry also. Class 11th, chapter 12. So same topic will repeat on chapter 12 also. Carbon is compound. Volume 2, carbon organic chemistry will be there. Those conditions also will discuss. Next one. So your first carbon containing sp3 hybridization, second carbon containing sp2, because of 1 pi bond is there. 1 pi bond is there, sp2. 0 pi bonds will be there, sp3. 2 pi bonds will be there, sp. 2 pi bonds will be there, sp. Here also second carbon containing 1 pi bond. Nothing but sp2 hybridization. Yes. What do you understand by bond pairs and lone pairs of electrons? Give one example of each type. What is the meaning of bond pairs? What is the meaning of lone pairs? So bond pairs, bonding electrons. Nothing but lone pairs, non-bonding electrons. Yes. What is the meaning? What do you understand? Listen here. When two atoms combine by sharing of their one or more valence electrons, a covalent bond is formed between them. When two atoms combine, when two atoms combine by sharing their one or more valence electrons, a covalent bond is formed between them. So here, a covalent bond formed between them when sharing of one or more electrons. Okay, na? Yes. The shared pair of electrons present in between the bonded atoms are called bond pairs. So here, the shared pair of electrons present between them, that you can say bonded atoms, are called bond pairs. All valence electrons may not be participating in bonding. All valence electrons may not participate in the bonding. The electron pairs that do not participating in bonding are called lone pair of electrons. Okay, na? All valence electrons may not participating in bonding. So those electrons, when two or more atoms, when two atoms combine, sharing their one or more valence electrons. But when electrons will be participating in bonding, that you can say bond pairs. So electrons present between the bonded atoms, that you can say bond pairs. For example, nitrogen is there. So nitrogen containing 5 valence electrons will be there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now out of this 5, 3 electrons will be participating in hydrogens. Like NH3 can take molecule example. Yes, here also. So between two electrons, this will be sharing. Listen here. The shared pair of electrons present in between the bonded atoms. Between the bonded atoms. Here, this you can say shared pair of electrons. That you can say bond pairs. These are the bond pairs. 1, 2, 3. 3 bond pairs will be there. These electrons will be not participating in bond. That you can say lone pair of electrons. So does not present in, do not participate in bonding. That you can say lone pair. Clear? So what electrons you can call lone pair of electrons? What electrons you can call bond pair of electrons? When it was present in the bond, that you can say bond pair of electrons. Do not present in the bond, that you can say lone pair of electrons. Do not present in the bond, you can say lone pair of electrons also you can call. Okay na? Yes. You can take example NH3, you can take any example you can take. Okay, any example, your own example also can take, no problem at all. But it is given here, C2H6 is given because of all will be participating in bond. And H2O also given. In H2O condition, oxygen is the central atom. Oxygen contains 6 electrons. So 1, 2, the remaining 4 will be surrounding will be there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now out of 6, 2 will be participating in bond. Remaining all will be, yeah. You can take H2O now, hydrogen can take, sorry. Hydrogen can take. Yes, this remaining will be lone pair of electrons. Here one set, here one set. Yes. Next one, distinguish between the pi bond and sigma bond. So what is the difference between sigma and pi bond? Easily can write like differences. Sigma and pi. So it is formed by the end-to-end overlapping. So sigma bond formation is there end-to-end overlap. Pi bond is formed by sideways overlapping. Sideways you can write always later also you can say sideways. You can write down sideways overlapping. Sideways overlapping also can write down. The orbitals involved in the overlapping are SS orbital, SP orbital, PP orbital. Only this one only participating in sigma bond. D orbital not formed. SS, SP, PP. So these orbitals are formed only overlapping PP orbitals only. It is strong bond. It is weak bond. Sigma bond is strong bond. Pi bond is weak bond. The electron cloud is symmetrical about the line joining the two nuclei. The electron cloud is not symmetrical. So here, not symmetrical, this will be symmetrical. It is consistent of one electron cloud, so which is symmetrical about the internuclear axis. There are two electron clouds lying above the and below the plane atomic nucleus. So it will be formed above and below the atomic nucleus. Free rotation about the pi bond is possible. So rotation will be possible. Pi bond is will form. Sorry, sigma bond will be there. Will be rotation will be possible. Pi bond will be there. Does not possible rotation. So rotation is restricted, and it will be some conditions will be there. Not possible to rotate. In the case of pi bond. Okay, na? Yes. Explain the formation of H2 molecule on the basis of VBT theory. Yes, very very important. Explain the formation of H2 molecule on the basis of the valence bond theory. Let us assume that two hydrogen atoms you can take A and B is there already know this one is this topic we discussed with help of VBT theory. Same thing only. So one element you can take Na, another element you can take Nb, nuclei of hydrogen, and electrons you can take Ea and Eb. How it is going to undergo when A and B are large distance? There is no interaction between them. They have begins to approach each other, attracted and repulsion will be started. So listen here. Nucleus of one atom, its own electron, that is Na and Ea, and Nb and Eb. Nucleus of one atom and electron of another atom. So between repulsions will be there. Between repulsions will be there. So same electron, same nucleus, there will be no repulsions. In between you can take, yes. One thing, wait. Someone late joining. Yes. Next one. Repulsive force. This will be attractive forces between these two things. Nothing but nucleus of one atom and its own electron. There will be attractive forces. Nucleus of one electron and electron of another atom. Both also will form attractive forces. When repulsive forces between electrons of atom, two atoms. So between electron, repulsive. And even nucleus also repulsive. Understood? Na and Ea and Na and Eb. The nucleus of one atom, its own electron, there will be attractive will be there. So electron repulsion. So nucleus will be repulsions will be there. The given diagram also you can check it. Yes. Next question. Write the important conditions. Write the important conditions. So required for the linear combination of atomic orbitals. So what is the conditions? Linear combination of atomic orbitals, LCEO. LCAO. Linear combination of atomic orbitals, LCAO, full form. What is the important conditions? So the given condition should have satisfied by atomic orbitals to form molecular orbitals. It will be the given condition should be satisfied by atomic orbitals to form molecular orbital. Next point. The combining atomic orbitals must have the same or nearly the same energy. The combining atomic orbitals must have the same or nearly the same energy. This means homonuclear molecule, the 1s atomic orbital of an atom can combine with 1s atomic orbital of another atom and do not with 2s orbital. So both should be 1s atomic orbital only can take. The combination of atomic orbital must having same, and 1s you can take, 2s you can take. One is 1s, next one is 2s be not possible. The combining atomic orbitals must have proper orientation to ensure the overlapping is maximum. So having proper orientation. There will be no orientation means it doesn't form. So it will compulsory forming proper orientation. The combining atomic orbitals must having proper orientation to ensure the overlapping is maximum. The extent of overlapping should be large. The extent of overlapping should be large. Use molecular orbital theory to explain why the beryllium molecule does not exist. So use MOT theory. Beryllium molecule does not exist. The electron configuration of beryllium is given. So beryllium atomic number is 4. 1s2, 2s2 will be given. The molecular atomic orbital is also given, like B to beryllium condition. Then what is the bond order formula? Off into bonding minus anti-bonding. Bonding nothing but lower energy level, more stable, less energy. Last one is the anti-bonding, higher energy level, less stable, more energy we have. So NB and Na, bonding orbitals represented NB, anti-bonding is Na. There will be bond order getting 0. That's why this means molecule is unstable. Hence Be2 molecule is does not exist. So based on the bond order concept, you can say either molecule is existed or not, stable or unstable. Okay, na? Yes. Next one is compare the relative stability of the following species and indicate their magnetic behavior. Compare the relative stability of the following species and magnet and indicate the 1 minute. Still they are joining. Already half an hour class over. Dhanush Karthik. Dhanush Karthik. Okay. Compare the relative stability of the following species and indicate their magnetic properties. So they given some examples. O2, O2 plus, O2 minus, O2 2 minus. Look at here. O2 minus you can say superoxide. O2 2 minus you can say peroxide. You know, superoxide is there and peroxide is there. You know, O2, O2 plus, O2 minus, O2 2 minus. There are 16 electrons in a molecule of dioxygen and 8 from each oxygen atom will be there. So the electron configuration also given, how it was there. The electron configuration of oxygen molecule can be written as sigma 1s2, sigma star 1s2, sigma 2s2, sigma star 2s2 will be there. Then pi 2p, sigma 2p. 1 minute, still they're joining. Yeah. So since the 1s orbital of each oxygen atom not involved in bonding, the number of bonding electrons, so 8. The number of anti-bonding electrons will be 4. Then bond order formula can write down. Bond order condition of into Nb minus Na. Nb nothing but bonding orbitals, Na nothing but anti-bonding orbitals. Nb minus Na. So bonding orbitals is given 8, anti-bonding is given 4. So nothing but 8 minus 4. 8 minus 4 nothing but 4 will be there. 4 by 2, nothing but you can get only 2. So oxygen containing only bond order is 2. So very very important model. They will give some examples. They will ask bond order how we can calculate. So they given compare the relative stability of the following species and indicate their magnetic behavior also. They're asking stability. So stability how we can calculate? They're above bond order. Okay, yes. So similarly you can write down O2 plus also and O2 minus also, O2 2 minus also. Okay, na? Yes. So bond dissociation energy is directly proportional to bond order. Thus, higher the bond order, greater will be the stability. So which one having more bond order, that will be more stability on the basis of the order of the stability is given. So which is having more bond order, more stable also it can fall. More bond order, more stability can fall. Write the significance of plus and minus sign shown in the representing the orbital. Write the significance of plus and minus sign shown in representing the orbitals. So molecular orbitals are represented by the wave function. A plus sign in an orbital indicates positive wave function, while minus sign you can take the orbitals represents the negative wave function. So plus signing is positive wave function, minus meaning is negative wave function. Okay, na? Yeah. Next important question, 38th question. Describe the hybridization in PCl5. Why the axial bonds longer as compared to the equatorial bonds? Okay, na? Axial bonds and equatorial bonds. How we can identify which is axial bonds, which is equatorial bonds? So here PCl5 condition. Phosphorus is the central atom. Phosphorus is the central atom. So 3 chlorine will be the in plane. 3 chlorines will be there plane. Remaining 2 chlorines will be there up and down. One up, one next one is down. This is PCl5 structure. PCl5 structure will be there. Yes. 3 will be there in a plane. 2 will be there up and down. So these two chlorines you can say axial bonds. The axial bonds are longer as compared to the equatorial bonds. Remaining all 3 will be equatorial bonds. The same plane will be there. Yes. So this is the equatorial bonds, E symbol. This is equatorial bonds. Where it is the E symbol is there, equatorial bonds. Remaining all will be yes, axial bonds. Remaining 2 will be axial bonds. This is A. This also A, nothing but axial bonds you can follow. Sure. Hydrogen bond. So it is weaker and stronger than van der Waals forces. What is the hydrogen bond? Very, very important question. Define hydrogen bond. Is it weaker or stronger than the van der Waals forces? Yes. A hydrogen bond is defined. So as an attractive forces acting between the hydrogen attached to the electronegative atoms of one molecule and electron negative atom of a different molecule. One is electronegative, another one is electro. Yes, a hydrogen bond is defined as an attractive forces acting between the hydrogen atom. Hydrogen is attached to the electronegativity atom. One molecule and an electron negative atom of different molecule. So between yes, two things. So due to the difference between electron negative, the bond pair is between hydrogen and electronegative atom and gets affected forever. Nothing but main you can follow. What is the hydrogen bonding is? One is compulsory required hydrogen and remaining is connection with which is having more electronegative group. In the periodic table, more electronegative elements will be there. Yes, in periodic table from top to bottom, in groups condition decreases, period condition increases. Groups condition decreases, period condition increases. So your bond is represented dot symbols. Hydrogen bonding is represented dot symbols. Okay, na? Yes. There are two type of hydrogen bonds be there. First one is intermolecular hydrogen bonding. Next one is intramolecular. So within the molecule hydrogen bond is there will be yes. No. You can take the same molecular, different molecule between bond formation is there. Hydrogen bonds are stronger than the van der Waals forces. Since hydrogen bonds are regarded as an extremely firm dipole-dipole interactions. So it will form dipole-dipole interactions. So this, what is the meaning of dipole interaction? Means we'll discuss in the next chapter, states of matter chapter. So what is the meaning of dipole-dipole interaction? Ion dipole interactions. Those things will be discussed on next one is what is meant by term bond order? Define the bond order. What is the meant by bond order of N2, O2, O2 plus and O2 minus? What is the meant by bond order? Bond order condition bonding minus anti-bonding. NB minus Na by 2 you can take. But half of that average you can take. You can get bond order can get bonding minus anti-bonding by 2 you can take. So yes. So they given calculate the bond order of the following. What is there? N2, O2, O2 minus, O2 plus be there. So they given the bond order defined as half of the difference between number of electrons present in the bonding and anti-bonding. So number of electrons present in the bonding that is represented NB. Number of electrons present in the anti-bonding that is Na. Difference between NB minus Na by 2, half of the distance, 1 by 2, half of the different. Yeah. Then you can calculate, you can write down energy level diagram, you can calculate, you can substitute the values in the bond order formula, you can calculate. So already you people know bond order will be increases, stability also increases will be there. So those things will be given. Okay, na? Any doubts, student? Maximum all questions will be discussed, ma. Yes. So any doubts, you can ask, ma. Yes. Now I'll ask one question. Just 1 minute. Okay. Akash. Akash.
Sir.
Yes. Can you say the define bond order